Breaking news leads our coverage of Decision 2014 at midday. There are big problems at the polls in Virginia Beach right now.
They're so serious, Congressman Scott Rigell's campaign sent out an urgent alert. It warns people about irregularities with the machines.
Now, it's tough to see with that banner up there, but if you take a look for yourself, Rigell's camp sent us this video. You can clearly see right there when he tries to click Scott Rigell's name, that check mark defaults to his opponent, Suzanne Patrick.
And again, his campaign sent us this video. We haven't gotten this verified by the registrar's office that this is an actual voting machine. Now, the issue was troubling enough for Rigell to hold a news conference. Brandi Cummings is in Virginia Beach right now with the latest. Brandi?
Well, Don, Katie, that news conference wrapped up about 30 minutes ago, and Scott Rigell saying his office has received complaints from at least 19 precincts across Virginia Beach. He is calling this a systemic issue.
And this is not a partisan matter, and I'd like to think that every American citizen here in Virginia Beach, Democratic, Independent, Libertarian, this is not a partisan matter. This is about our vote.
I did speak to the campaign manager for Suzanne Patrick, Rigell's opponent. Now, she says they've actually only received one complaint from a voter saying that they were having problems at the polls. I also spoke to Virginia Beach Registrar Donna Patterson. I spoke to her several times this morning. In fact, she says her office has received some complaints, but they haven't received nearly as many complaints as Scott Rigell's office says they have. Again, she confirmed that there are reports of some problems at the polls, but she says that they've been receiving calls all morning, so they have not been able to compile a list of just how many precincts and how many machines have been affected by this. But she says what happens when folks complain about a problem, she says that her officials, our election officials, are told to take that machine offline. That means others will not be able to use those machines. She says whenever there's a complaint, that's what happens. She also told me that they do have technicians going around to the 94 precincts checking these machines, trying to find out what's wrong. As you can imagine, Don, Katie, they are pretty busy this afternoon. Now, if folks do go to the polls, for our viewers that are watching, if you're going to the polls and you're having problems, the elections officials are advising, first of all, before you cast your ballot, be sure to check that last screen. Make sure that the person that you have chosen to vote for is the person for whom your ballot is being cast. If you do have a problem, though, let the elections officials know. So if it is something that there's a problem with the machines, they can take those machines offline. Now, I will be working on this story all day. We do have many questions for the Virginia Beach Registrar's Office. I have, again, talked to Donna Patterson several times. She is working with the Department of Elections in Richmond, so she is trying to figure out what's happening, what's going on. They're trying to get a handle on this, and we will, of course, stay on this all day, and we'll have live reports coming up at 12:30, also at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock later tonight. Don, Katie, back to you.
All right, Brandi Cummings, thank you very much. Now let's get right now to our Deanna LeBlanc.
She's live in the newsroom with more on this major issue. And Deanna, viewers have been sending their reports of problems in Virginia Beach to 10 on your side.
Yeah, Don and Katie, voters noticed problems, they tell us, as early as 6:22 this morning. We got this one email from a voter at Centerville Elementary School in Virginia Beach. She says she had to vote 3 times, each time selecting one candidate, but the computer wouldn't take it correctly. She says she finally asked and was instructed to, quote, put my finger on the outer edge of the line, and it finally took my choice. Now, other voters have emailed 10 on your side saying they also were instructed to click elsewhere on the screen to actually get the candidate's box to check. Another voter at a different location wrote in saying she tried all 3 machines at her precinct. None would record her vote, so she had to submit a written vote. We got a call from another viewer at another location in Virginia Beach. Same problem. None of the machines were working properly. Now, Don and Katie, not all of these complaints we're receiving are about voting specifically for Scott Rigell. Some are for city council candidates or even for ballot items. So this computer problem may be casting a very wide net, and that's something that both Brandi and I will keep looking into as voting continues throughout the day. Don and Katie, back to you.
Well, that is a huge concern on such an important day like this.
We're going to be following that very closely to see if these problems continue into the afternoon and if they happen in any other districts beside the 2nd in Virginia, primarily primarily in Virginia Beach.
Right, and then speaking of which, this is very important for you to know as well. Here's a list of places Congressman Rigell's office reports are having problems with the machines. Bayside Elementary School, All Saints Episcopal Church, Community United Methodist Church, Colonial Baptist Church, Centerville Elementary School, Allenton Elementary School, Bayside Presbyterian Church, St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Providence Presbyterian Church, and Green Run Elementary School.